Welcome everybody, my name is Jamie from Zone Laser Tag or PNC Micros, and I'm here with Doc Baldwin. Welcome, Doc.
Thanks, Jamie.
So we're here in Neo Centre, Belfort, France, and you're representing Australia in the Zone Laser Tag World Championships in 2017, along with an Australian team, including your son Connor.
Yep.
And you're one of our operators in Canberra, Zone 3 Canberra,
Yeah, that's true
operating for some 20 years or something like that.
22 years in March.
Yeah.
Give or take a few months.
And you just happen to be the president of the Zone Laser Tag Worlds Council. My first question is, how in the world do you wear so many hats?
Lucky me, I guess. You get given them. It's a hard question to answer. There's been a few people over the time that have pitched in to help. It's not an individual effort. So taking a hat like that, it's simply a testament to the people underneath you that support everything. So if somebody says, yeah, hey, listen, can you help us out with this? You jump in, you help out. They want to give you that hat, then you take the hat and you take the support.
Fair enough. And you've been involved with the Worlds for a while now. I think since Finland.
Yeah.
Yep. That was in 2009. Yep. So could you just briefly run through the history of the Worlds and sort of how it came to be from 2013 in San Diego to 2017 in Belfort, France?
2013 in San Diego?
No, 2003 in San Diego.
2003 in San Diego. Okay, so there will be some conjecture over official Worlds, various other things. Officially, yeah, okay, 2003. Mm-hmm. So yeah, San Diego, Worlds 1. The Americans put on an event down there. Just an event that they invited a few countries over. I think they had 5 or 6 countries that were there. I had a conversation with Tapio out of Finland, yeah, and suggested to him that maybe we need to get Australia and Finland involved into a bigger competition, or at least a competition that could be on the zone systems worldwide, and officially recognised by PNC.
Yeah.
So we had a chat, we got together, decided to run that. Now Mark Young came on board from the US, and he was instrumental in running that competition there. And of course Doug Burbage from Western Australia, and a few other guys. So once again, massive support. And from there it was just a case of a council was put together, supported by the US players, the Finnish, the Swedes, the Australians and the Kiwis. And from there it was just a case of every couple of years they host the World Championships. Representatives from each country as they come in. So in this particular year we have all of the above countries, and of course now we have France. So,
it's great. Hopefully France will be included in the next competition.
Yeah.
So you touched on it a little bit, but I wonder if you could talk a little bit more about the cooperation between players to operators to the manufacturer, PNC Micros, also Laser Tag, and how they all work together to make this world competition come together.
That's a complicated lot.
It is a little bit complicated.
That's a really complicated structure. The players essentially are what drive the game. Mm. Okay, so you've been here, you've seen several competitions yourself, so you know that their passion for this game is unsurpassed as far as laser tag goes.
Well, yes.
Yeah, they support the product, they support the game. Many hours put in from different people all over the planet. Yeah. I mean, you've even got 3 or 4 countries coming together to design advertisements or teasers online.
Yeah.
They come across that way. They then approach sites, operators like myself, and suggest, look, we'd like to host a competition at your site. The operator takes a look at it. And I'm involved in the sport, so I play the sport, therefore it's pretty easy for me to say yes. Here we have David at a site. He's looked at it, he's gone online, he's had a good look at everything that's been produced and said, I want to be involved in that. That's something I can use, not just to promote his site and his players and his sport, but his business as well, so that doesn't suffer from hosting one of these. And then to tie that into PNC Micros, they came in on board many years ago in support of various things that we were doing at the time, and now to such a degree that they're signing off on digital signatures, as it were, for the game formats that are required to actually run this. So they've come out of their comfort zone, and that has to be applauded. And more and more PNC is coming to the front and not suggesting, but actually putting their money where their mouth is, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes, we recognise this is now a thing, as it
Yeah.
were, and it's not going to go away.
No, definitely not.
So if it's not going away, then we need to make sure that everybody gets the full support, and PNC is doing that. So digital signatures of game formats, people like yourself coming along to support and help, has been phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly. So personally, what has inspired you to both play competitive laser tag and put in so much effort to the point that you are the council president of the Worlds?
I need to lose weight. Simple as that. I need the exercise.
And laser tag certainly is good exercise when you're playing at this level.
You want to stay fit, play this game. I'm telling you. Let me see. Yes, we opened our site up 20 odd years ago. Fell in love with the game when I first played it in Darwin, of all places. Well, Perth to start with, Darwin again. And the passion for the game it's not just a game. It's the camaraderie, the social aspect.
Yeah, the community.
The community. I mean, you've got 6 countries here playing games that are sharing the same common goal or the same common sport, and they're playing at a top level.
Yeah.
And they're having fun. Yes, there will be discussions. Yes, there will be people that disagree.
Yes.
You get that in any sport.
Yeah.
But in this one, come finals, over and done with, we all do the presentations, dinner night presentations and all the rest of that stuff. Everybody's back to exactly what they were when they first walked through that door, which is good friends and renewing the old acquaintances. I've got people here that I haven't seen in 8 years, and I'm catching up with them from all over the world.
Yeah, certainly there's plenty of people here that I haven't seen since the 2014 Worlds, which was the first Worlds that I attended. And
Yeah,
it's
back in
great to see
Australia.
them.
Yeah.
So a couple more questions. So what do you think is the future of the Zone Laser Tag World Championships? And if you can make a prediction, where do you think it will be held next? Put on your rub your crystal ball.
Crystal ball rubbing, gazing I shall do. Future-wise, as long as the support is there from not just the operators, PNC, but the players, to want to grow the sport, then I think it will continue to get better and better. Even this year, there's been some pretty significant changes within the structure of the rules and various other things. And we've got some new people coming in that are dead keen to make this get better and better, just to ensure that it grows.
So like Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper's come in. You've got Mum and Andreas and a few of the others. Some of the old hands are still in there, of course. Getting it all in black and white and formally documented is probably the most crucial thing that we can do. Because places like PNC, site operators, they want it in black and white so they can look at a book and go, yes, this is what I expect to see. This is how I expect it to operate.
Yes.
Not just, look, we used to do it this way, this way, this way. You need it in black and white. It has to happen.
That's right, yeah. And that's the only way that we will get more sponsors on board.
Exactly. And there are sponsors out there, trust me.
Yeah.
Predictions. Where would I like to see it versus where will it be? Well, once again, this one was Punisher, or Big Pun, John, out of the US, made a phone call to Marion Cooper, and then came through and said, hey, are there any French sites that would like to play or like to host? And Marion said, well, Belfort. And she checked a few sites and Belfort came up. Who knows, maybe another European country, the UK, China.
Yeah.
I would be, personally, I would like to see it in China because I think the Chinese could help grow this as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think New Zealand's actually looking at the possibility of hosting it. They've indicated to me earlier on that they would really like to do so.
Yeah, and they haven't hosted before.
That's right. Having it in 2014 in Australia, we got quite a few teams still came from over here, but if we gave it enough notice and it was to be in New Zealand, well, New Zealand's a beautiful country.
It really is.
I mean, come on, who could not want to go to New Zealand?
Yeah.
China, New Zealand, and hopefully in the future I'd like to see countries like Germany and, as I said, the UK come forward. If I had to put my finger on it, maybe New Zealand, maybe China. I
Those are the
really,
two options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally,
Sure.
I mean, hey, there's no betting on which side up's going to stand up next and say, I want it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. So this competition has teams from France, Finland, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, and the USA.
Yep.
Now, what are your predictions on the top 3? Now, obviously, you're playing, so Australia has to be number 1.
Well, yeah, look, I want Aussie. Let's go. Number 1, Australia. I'd really love that to happen.
Yeah.
I've seen some of these teams play. I've been refereeing the games, I've been watching the scores. New Zealand came out of the gate. Bam.
Yeah, first day they were undefeated.
Undefeated. They're a very dedicated team. They got in here, I think, like 2 or 3 days prior to the comp and trained 2 to 3 hours a day to get this maze down pat. And that's where it comes. That's dedication. If you put that sort of investment in, then you're going to get some sort of return. And this shows on day 1, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
GP are widely regarded by a lot in the sport as possibly the best team out there. They went to the US and beat the US in their home ground at their game.
Yeah.
That's pretty big ask.
And they missed the...
they missed the 2014 comp, so it would have been brilliant to see them in Australia.
Yeah.
I would have really have enjoyed to see that.
Yeah.
I think you're going to find in the top 2 to start with, there will be GP, there will be New Zealand. The Cobras, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Even in the Australasian Championship, they're always up there. There's never an argument about that. We did 3 wins, 3 seconds, no losses.
That's pretty good.
So we're not shy of being up there somewhere. New Zealand, GP, possibly another Finnish or Swedish team, but I want Australia in there.
Yeah.
I want we have the chance. We have a chance. It's not gone, not by a long shot.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Doc.
Anytime. Cheers, mate.